Welcome to lesson 9, 2.5. Today we're going to talk tree diagrams. So tree diagrams are a way to show how many ways you can choose one object from each group using a picture representation. So basically it's mainly used to prove why we do what we do using the fundamental counting principle. Yes, we understand that the fundamental counting principle tells us to multiply. Tree diagrams show us why that works. Now there's a couple of different ways to write tree diagrams. The first example is here on the left. We can go from left to right. Here is our beginning, okay, and then the first spinner had 3 choices, so we put the 3 on there. And then the second spinner also had 3 choices, so each one of the first spins gets all 3 of the second. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different outcomes that could happen, and 3 times 3 would be 9 anyways, okay? We can also do top to bottom, so here's where we would start. Okay, if you'll notice here, medicine versus a sugar pill, and then cured versus not cured. So there's 2 choices here, 2 choices here, giving us a total of 4. So let's take a look at some examples here. If we have 3 shirts, we got blue, green, and white to go with 4 pants, blue, red, pink, and yellow. Show how many different outfits you can make using the tree diagram. Now, we're not going to assume that any colors clash or anything like that. We're going to assume everything goes with each other. Okay, so I'm going to do a left to right one because that's what I'm most comfortable with. If you do a top to bottom, that's fine too. So always start at a single point. Okay, we're going to go shirts first, and then we're going to add the pants in second. Okay, so for shirts, there were 3 different colors of shirts. Okay, we've had the blue, the green, and the white. Okay, so I'm going to put a little circle here for each one. Now for each one of the shirts, there are 4 different pants. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got blue, red, pink, and yellow for each. Blue, red, pink, and yellow. Blue, red, pink, and yellow, which means that we can list off all of the different outcomes that we found. Okay, I'll move the pants over here. So if we do outfits here, you'll notice we've got blue pants, blue shirt, red pants, blue shirt, pink pants, and blue shirt, yellow pants. We also have green shirt, blue pants, green shirt, red pants, green shirt, pink pants, green shirt, yellow pants. Okay, we also have white shirt, blue pants, white shirt, red pants, white shirt, pink pants, and white shirt, yellow pants. So if you count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we'd have 12 total outfits. And using the fundamental counting principle, we would have done 3 times 4 and got 12 as well. Our next example, we're going to flip a coin and roll a normal 6-sided die. Okay, so again, starting here, I'm going to do the coin first. And for the coin, there's only 2 choices. There's heads and there's tails. Okay, so those are my 2 outcomes there. And then when we roll the die, there are 6 different choices. So for each one, I've got to have 6 different lines coming out. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So my different outcomes that I could have, heads in 1, heads 2, heads 3, heads 4, heads 5, and heads 6. I could also have tails 1, tails 2, tails 3, tails 4, tails 5, and tails 6. So notice there are 12 outcomes here, and we could have gotten that by taking the number of choices for coins times the number of choices for die. But again, the tree diagram is just a picture representation to show how we get what we do when we use the fundamental counting principle. Now, tree diagrams can be a lot longer than the 2 that we have been doing. So if we have a blue, purple, and green marble in a bag, and we use a tree diagram to show how many ways we can pull a marble from the bag 3 times, and with each draw you put the marble back. So again, here's our start. We can start with our first draw. Okay, there's 3 different choices. Okay, there's blue, there's purple, and there's green. Okay, that's the first draw. second draw then, we have another 3 choices for each one. There's blue, there's purple, and there's green. There's blue, there's purple, and there's green. Okay, so that's going to go for all 3 of them. So now we've got these ones here. And now for the third draw, there's again 3 that come out of each one. Okay, so obviously more room is better. Then for each one, there's blue, purple, and green. Blue, purple, and green. Okay, and that's going to go for all of them. Now I'm not going to write out all of the different outcomes that there could be, because there's a lot. If you can see, we're doing 3, 3, and 3. That'd be 3 times 3 times 3. We should get, 27 different outcomes. Okay, so there would be a lot if we listed them off. You'd have blue, 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 purple, blue, blue, green, blue, purple, blue, blue, purple, purple, blue, purple, green, so on and so forth. We can use a tree diagram to show how many different ways we can answer 4 true-false questions on a quiz. Okay, so again, there's the start. Our first question, we've got true or false. Okay, making it a little bit easier, let's use a different color here. Second question, each one, there's 2 different choices. There's true and there's false. True and false. For the third choice, or for the third one, again, 2 different questions, or 2 different choices. There's true and false. True and false. True and false. And for the final one, again, each one of these endings has 2 choices on top of it. There's true and there's false. Okay, so if we count up all the endings here, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 total outcomes. And we could have gotten that by doing 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And that would get us 16. So one of the examples, if you follow the yellow here, we can go here, 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 and here, which would be true, false, true, false. Okay? So that's how we can use tree diagram for this.